The Nuggets have now won 2 straight against Clippers to force a Game 7 after trailing 3-1 in the series. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George combined for 58 yesterday, but LA got just 9 points from their other 3 starters. Nikola Jokic led all scorers with 34 points, and Jamal Murray chipped in with 21 for the Nuggets. And guys, Game 7 is tomorrow night. So Shannon, how much trouble are the Clippers in?
They're in a heap of trouble. They're in a heap of trouble. But I just need somebody to tell me. Because, you know, the thing that I get from a lot of basketball players, and I don't call your name, but I watch what you say. How does a football player up there talking hoops? So I need you guys,
Who says that?
No, I don't need to call no name, but they know who they are. They know who they are out there. They know who they are, Skip. I ain't gonna call their name.
Real basketball?
Real basketball players. Real
like NBA players?
NBA players. Say, y'all got
Call their name.
Y'all got a football.
I want to hear.
No, Skip. I ain't gonna put them out there like that. But it's neither here nor there. But I need them to explain to me, how does a team full of dogs, Kawhi's a dog, Pat Bev's a dog, Paul George, Trez Harrell, Lou Will, JaMychal Green, a team full of dogs, keep giving up these big, ginormous leads, a great head coach who's defensive-minded. How does that keep happening? They keep telling me Kawhi Leonard is one of the most efficient players in all of basketball. Only twice in this series has he shot 50% or better. Is that efficient? Kawhi Leonard, Skip Bayless told me last week, Kawhi Leonard is the best closer in football. In basketball.
I did not say that.
You read the stat last week. You said the stat said Kawhi Leonard is the best closer.
I didn't read it. We didn't even get to it.
You mentioned it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't believe it. I told you from the start, he's not a great closer.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, Game 5, they had a 16-point lead in the second half. In Game 6, they had a 19-point lead in the second half. Game 4 against the Mavs, they blew a 21-point lead. Let that be LeBron James. Now, let me last week, the Lakers blew a big lead, even though they held on and won. You said from the 10:59 mark in the third quarter to the X amount of the fourth quarter, they outscored by the Houston Rockets by this.
Yep, it's about the same as this was.
Even though the Lakers won, how could that happen to LeBron James? This is why. Kawhi Leonard could never, ever be compared to LeBron James because he never received the scrutiny. He's never received the criticism while only receiving the praise and adulation. Had LeBron James let this happen in back-to-back games, if LeBron James had let this happen 3 games in the last 5, 6, where you blow double 15, 16, 19, 21-point leads and lose, he would have been eviscerated. But, Kawhi playing well. Kawhi doing his thing. They can't do nothing. You know what? They tried his hair. Nothing. So I just need to know. I need somebody from the NBA community. Me.
Yep.
But I forgot, Skip. They're waiting on the playoffs. It doesn't matter. They're waiting on the playoffs. So once the playoffs get here, they'll flip that thing in the high gear. Oh, let me see. This is what Doc is a lot like Miss Susan Collins, the senator from Maine. She's disturbed. She's disappointed. Doc says he didn't like the energy. Let me guess. He didn't like the energy in the second half where they played with. You know, they played with more energy. He thought they moved the ball a little better because it's always an excuse when you lose. But I don't hear anything about that when you win. You don't talk about when you play together, how long you've been playing together when you win. Only when you lose. The Nuggets believe no matter how big a lead that the Clippers get, because they've come back, they can do it again. You got your hands full tomorrow night. You got your hands full.
So I am on record. I will say this up front. I will be surprised if the Clippers beat the Nuggets in Game 7. I will be surprised. I would not be surprised if the Clippers beat the Nuggets. I will not be surprised if the Clippers eliminate your Lakers. They're built to beat your Lakers. Their mentality is such it can beat your Lakers. But they have been pointing toward your Lakers, looking toward your Lakers now for the first 2 playoff rounds, dangerously so, because they keep overlooking Denver. They don't take them seriously. They say, we're up 16. Would you guys please go away and leave us alone?
Put them away.
Denver will not leave them alone. You have to go put them away. And you know, and I know what happened in the second half yesterday. It was 64-35 in the second half.
Hold on.
It's just that's the same scores we talked about, that run that the Rockets had.
Hold on. How you give up that many points with Pat Bev? Pat Bev fouled out in 18 minutes with 2 points. With Paul George and Kawhi, the 2 best wing defenders in all of basketball, and you can't stop this?
So let's look at 2 fourth quarter Friday night and Sunday day. Friday night in the fourth quarter, Denver won it 38-25. And Jokic was just basically unstoppable. He made all 4 of his shots, both of his three-point shots. And it seemed like they made every shot they took, but they made 7 of 9 threes, while the Clippers went 3 of 13. Well, that's how you get blown out in the fourth quarter. Kawhi and Paul George did next to nothing, although Kawhi was good on Friday night. But then we get to what happened yesterday in the fourth quarter. The score was 34-19 Denver. That's just humiliating and embarrassing. And once again, Denver hit 7 of 9 three-point shots in the fourth quarter. And Jokic just stands back there and just rips them. He shoots these rainbows. It's like he toys with you with this
one. And the thing is, Skip, because he's shooting the ball so high, it has to hit pure net or it's not going in. You shoot the ball that high, Skip, you ain't getting no boot and go down. It's all
nylon. That's usually what he finds is all nylon. They now psychologically own the Clippers, especially in the fourth quarter, and Jokic is completely unstoppable, and he's got such swagger to him now. It's like a joke to him. He is the Joker joking with them because it's like, what do I want to do this time? Do I want to do a little up and under? Do I want to do a little running one-hander?
We do whatever.
Do I want to get to the free throw line this time? I'll get to the free throw.
But Skip, that's the thing. And Zubac is doing all he can. But Zubac is not. He's a nice, skilled big man offensively. I mean, Skip, he has some nice moves too. But he can't stop Jokic. They don't have anybody. And you remember, they signed Joakim Noah. That was a good acquisition.
I thought so. Maybe they should try him.
Skip, he's been washed for 5 years.
I don't know.
Tops.
I'd like to see his defensive energy.
Skip, he don't have any energy. Skip, stop that. Yeah. But no, I don't want to talk about no Clippers. I want to. If Kawhi is what everybody's been saying, he has to do something about this. He must put the kibosh on these runs. Why isn't he doing that?
Okay, on Friday night, he scored 13 in the fourth quarter. Is that good? I'd say that's pretty good.
But what did they give up?
Well, they lost 38-25 in the fourth quarter. Well, he was doing his part.
Well, who is he guarding?
Guess who didn't show up? How about Lou? Sweet Lou with Sour Lou on Friday night. 0 for 3.
Skip.
In the fourth quarter.
Let's be real. Lemon Pepper Lou hadn't been the same since he got back from the city.
I agree.
Let's just go ahead and put that out there. We're not going to take anything for what he's already done. He's a 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. He's electric. He can put the ball in the basket.
He cannot find it.
But if you think Lou Williams is the guy, since he's been back in the bubble, that he was before they got to the bubble, you're sadly mistaken. Trez had a game here or there, but he hasn't looked the same.
And when they leave him out,
he's
just too small.
He's too small.
Yeah.
And Jokic is too skilled. There's a difference between playing a big that's not skilled, that's not offensive-minded. He do a great job on Steven Adams. He can do a great job on Rudy Gobert because those guys aren't skilled. But you talk about Jokic, you talk about Anthony Davis, you talk about Joel Embiid, guys that can drop step you, got three-point range, can shoot the mid-range. You can't do anything with them. He's too small.
And Jokic has been bothering Trez on the other end because Trez can't seem to get around him or up through him.
Because he's a big body. And then I don't know what they was thinking. They tried to put Paul George on Jokic. Skip, Paul George.
They're desperate, man.
But Skip, they can't
deal with him. And by the way, when you do stop him, he just dumps it on or whatever it is. They gave up conga line on both days.
Yes.
It's like every time I look around, somebody's laying it up.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Murray is like, you know what? Man, let me stop settling. Let me put this ball up for.
Right, because there's no urgency, there's no energy, there's no commitment to the defensive end, except in the first half when they say, is that enough? Will you guys quit now? No, we won't quit. Denver just did this to Utah. They were down 3-1 and they won 3 straight games. You don't think they feel good about themselves right now?
But
and who expects Denver to do this? Nobody.
Yeah, but everybody keeps telling me, I be listening to them broadcasts, the Clippers' identity is defense. But what good is defense, Skip, if you can't get stops when you need them? If you can't quail runs when teams go on these, what good is that? What good is having a defensive player? Because if people don't, I know a lot of people don't remember this, Skip, but Joakim Noah won Defensive Player of the Year also. Kawhi Leonard has 2 of those. Paul George was in the running last year for Defensive Player of the Year. Pat Bev is on all. So you got 3 guys that's been all NBA defensive. Yeah. And you can't stop these 9 and 18 in the second half of the last 2 games. With 3 all-NBA defensive players on the floor at one time.
Yep.
So what Pat Bear doing a lot of flailing. It's amazing. All of a sudden, he just running around out there. Boop, boop, boop. I thought it was a traffic cop or something, just stopping the traffic because he kept blowing the whistle. Pat Bear filing everybody. What, bumping him? Hold on. I didn't hear him talk last night. I didn't hear him talk on Friday. What's that? Friday, Thursday. Was that Thursday night? Friday night. Thursday night. Friday. Why wasn't he talking?
Well, I hope the Clippers are watching right now.
No. But see, that goes to my point.
Because
that goes to my point, Skip.
If they manage to survive Game 7, you're going to be in for it.
You know you're making my point.
Yep.
So in other words, they're front runners. The very thing that you can criticize the Lakers, because don't think I don't see
Not the Lakers.
No. Don't think I don't see
LeBron is the all-time greatest front runner in the history of front running.
More so than Clippers?
Oh.
More so than the Clippers?
Oh.
More so than the Clippers?
LeBron, if he's up 30 in the fourth quarter, I'm playing.
Where Pat Bev talking? Where was Pat Bev talking on Friday night? Where was Pat Bev talking after this game?
You mean the Pat Bev who on Christmas Day blocked LeBron's three-point attempt so badly he knocked it out of LeBron's hands out of bounds?
Block Jokic.
Wow.
Block Jokic. Block Jamal Murray. Block Michael Porter Jr. That's what he should be doing now.
You know what? The Clippers do have a bunch of dogs on that team, and in the fourth quarter, they've been playing like choking dogs.
Yeah.
Choking dogs.
What good is a dog if he won't bite? What good is that? What good is a dog if he won't bite?
Yep.
There's a reason why there are certain types of dogs that you use for certain types of tasks.
Yeah, I got it.
So I just need to know, what type are they? Are they guard dogs? So in other words, they Goldens, they Labs.
No, right now the Clippers need my little Maltese Hazel, because she will get after you.
They need them service animals.
Yeah.
They got the little red vests on. They're nice and neat. They helping the Nuggets get right back in this series.
Yeah.
Oh, Skip Bayless, I'm telling you, don't let them lose on Tuesday. Skip Bayless, I'm telling you, take it off. Take it off, Skip.
I'm about ready to congratulate LeBron James on winning yet another championship.
I want you to do nothing. No.
Let's let
This is
Game
going to
7
be the all-time
play out.
cakewalk.
Ain't nobody paying you no attention.
I'm going to be here for a good game. Tomorrow night, Game 7. We all love them. Okay, just Shannon, don't go there. Let the game play out. Guys, the Cowboys, well, they did lose yesterday. Michael Vick is going to join the show and break it down. I'd love his thoughts after the break.